So I was just sitting here reading some YouTube comments, and I was watching the beautiful red rocks from my living room, and I came across this comment, and I'll pop it up on the screen here, but she said that almost instantly from using my techniques and using my success hypnosis, she was able to attract her dream job that she wanted, that she applied for, and that it came very quickly into her life. And I always love seeing those. The truth is that, we do live in a third dimensional plane, right? We do live in a realm where sometimes it takes a while for things to manifest. But sometimes it just happens very, very, very quickly. The truth is that it's not lucky when that occurs. The reason that happens is because all the energy that ever was and ever will be already exists. Energy is never created or destroyed. So if energy is never created or destroyed, then that means everything that you want already exists. So you already have your dream job. You've already made the money. You've already got the sale. You already had the great news happen. You already met your soulmate. Because energy is never created or destroyed. It's kind of like that movie Inception, where he's moving through all these parallel dimensions. Well, it's kind of like that because everything that you want already exists on different planes of consciousness. And if you can shift your level of awareness, then things come into your life very quickly. And I'm going to break down how to manifest things into your life probably a lot quicker and a lot faster than you've been doing. And for some people, it would happen, just like that. And other people, maybe not so quick. But I'm going to break down the process for how to use effortless manifestation. So my name is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. And wishing you a great day. Go like this. It's a good day to be alive. Comment down below. It's a good day to be alive. And let's dive right into this video. So the first thing is to check your unconscious assumptions. My favorite quote in the Bible, and I've talked about it a lot, it says, "To those that have, more is given. And to those that don't have, even that which they have is taken away." I don't think that that's talking about, hey, if you're rich, God's going to like you. And if you're poor, God hates you. I think it's talking about consciousness. If you possess what you want in consciousness, you'll attract more of it into your life. That's what I think it's talking about. So I was talking to my buddy the other day, and he has a business that he recently started that's doing quite well. And he still has a job as well. And he asked me, "Hey, what do you think if I don't give up my job?" And I said, "I don't know, do whatever you want to do." But I said, "What's the reason you want to keep your job?" And I said, "Is it because you're afraid your business might not work out eventually?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, keep your job if you want to keep your job. That's great. But if you have to change the reason you're keeping your job." I said, if you are keeping your job because you're afraid that even though you've had great success in your business, it might not last, what you're really doing is preventing opportunities from coming into your life. You're actually blocking money. You're actually going to destroy your own business subconsciously. You're going to block great opportunities, great marketing, new exposure, new clients, new customers, new ideas, because subconsciously you clearly believe that this won't last forever. And if you subconsciously believe that this won't last forever, then it's not. And one of the most important things to attract things into our life quickly is to check our assumptions about reality, right? We all have assumptions about reality. Give you an example. What would be an example of an assumption about reality? Let me show you. I'm going to come over here into my kitchen, and I'm going to turn the faucet on. So if I turn this faucet on, what's my assumption? the water's going to come on, right? Silly little example. But we all have these assumptions about reality, right? You flip the switch and the lights are going to come on, and you turn the faucet and the water is going to come on. Well, what about your assumptions about the things that you want? Think about that. If you have an assumption that you flip the switch and the lights are going to come on, it's subconscious, of course. You also have assumptions about money. You have assumptions about your business. You have assumptions about your job. And they might be like assumptions such as, my boss doesn't like me enough to give me a promotion. You would never say that to your boss, but you believe that. And if you believe that, that is your reality because he picks up on it subconsciously without realizing it too. Your assumption about reality might be there's no good guys left, there's no right women left. You have to check even though you don't want that, you want your soulmate, you want to attract love, you don't want to be alone, you really want it. But you don't think there's any good guys left. There's no right women. You've been on so many dates, you've never found the right person. And besides, your last relationship ended so bad you weren't even sure if you want to date anyone. But you also really want to date someone. You see what I mean? There's an incongruence between the unconscious assumption about reality and what you want. And so you have to build what's called congruence between the subconscious and the conscious. In other words, you have to build symmetry. You have to build congruence between your unconscious belief systems and your conscious desires about what you want. And this is why it takes people so long to get what they want in life, because they're swimming against the tide their whole life, right? If you were swimming against the tide in the ocean and you said, why is it taking me so long to get over to the other beach? You wouldn't be the brightest person, right? It's obvious there's a current that's taking you the other way, so it's pretty hard. You got to get out of the water and you should walk on the sand to get over there. But that's exactly how we live in our life. And so I invite you to ask yourself, based off of what you want, if you want money, job, soulmate, whatever it is that you want, what do you want? What do you really want out of your life? And then ask yourself, what are my belief systems about that thing? So for instance, if you said you wanted your dream job, like the woman said, what are your beliefs about yourself in relation to work? Do you believe you're capable of a really good job? Do you believe you're capable? Do you believe that you can make more money? Right? And when you drop down, you're going to find one or two belief systems that are blocking you that quickly show up. For me, I really wanted to be a successful author. I dropped out of college. I wanted to be a multimillionaire author that was inspiring people all over the world. That's what I wanted. I eventually realized that I believed I was too young to be successful. I can't have my conscious desire of being a multimillionaire author inspiring millions of people while I simultaneously believe I'm too young to be successful. And I was finally able to identify that unconscious belief system. And the moment I did, my life changed. So build congruence between the unconscious and the conscious. So the second thing is to stop thinking about creating things. We think, well, I need to create the job. I need to create the money. I want to create my dream romance. In the Bible, it says that creation is finished. And what do you suppose that means? I think that when it's saying creation is finished, it's speaking to a couple things we talk about on this channel. So creation is finished means energy is never created or destroyed, and everything is energy. My hand is energy, my wedding ring is energy, my shirt is energy, my house, this whole house that I really like living in, I think it's kind of a dream home, it's just energy. So if creation is finished, it's telling us that energy is never created or destroyed. In essence, it's telling us that everything is God, everything is divine energy, and it's infinite in nature, meaning it has no beginning and it has no end. So if creation is finished, you can't create anything because creating implies that you're bringing into existence something that doesn't exist. You're bringing the money into existence. You're bringing your soulmate into existence. But everything you want already exists because everything is energy, and energy is never created or destroyed. So when you have those moments where things come into your life really fast, it's not lucky. It's because for whatever reason, you're in a flow state where your resistance has dropped. And when your resistance drops, you're able to bring things from higher dimensions into your life quicker, a lot quicker, because they already existed to begin with. Creation is finished. And when you can wrap your head around that, and your awareness ticks up a couple notches, then what happens is you realize it's not as hard as you think. Getting what you want out of life isn't as hard as you think. It won't take as long as you think. It's not as difficult as you think. But in order to get there, you have to realize what you want already has your name on it. Like, think about that. If energy is never created or destroyed, creation is finished, therefore everything you want already exists. It already has your name on it. It's waiting to come into form. But the only way it can come into form is if you can create the space in your own awareness, which basically looks like in practical everyday reality. When you move from, I'll use myself as an example. When I moved from being a 19-year-old dropout, getting denied by every publishing company, wanting to be a multimillionaire author, inspiring millions of people worldwide, thinking that it was out there in the future, and I've got to do a special technique and get a special coach and find the special publishing company and whatever else to get this thing. To realizing that I didn't need anything outside of myself. And it culminated at, I was trying to build my speaking career. My coach that I had took off with my money. And so I was stuck without my money and without my supposed marketing techniques I was going to learn for speaking, for college speaking. And I was like, oh, I'm screwed. And I was sitting in bed at night and I said, why am I chasing what I want so bad? I was just chasing it. I was like a dog with a carrot, or a horse with a carrot in front. I was trying to chase it constantly. This is an example of subconsciously, I didn't believe I could get it, but consciously I wanted it. And then I said, well, I was lying in bed, and maybe I didn't say it, maybe the universe said it to me. And it said, what do you really want to do? And what I really wanted to do was do YouTube. Like, that was my main passion. I wanted to communicate through video to people all over the world. But I didn't believe you could make money at it, and I didn't believe I was good enough for it. And I thought I had to go a more formal route. And I realized those were terrible belief systems. And so in the middle of the night, I decided that this is what I was going to do. I ended up taking my YouTube seriously, and the rest was history. I was camping somewhere with my wife in the middle of nowhere, and you probably heard this story before. My videos randomly went viral when I was camping. I didn't even know they went viral because I didn't have cell service. And, in 12 months, I made more money than in the previous 5 years combined. There's a quote in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And he says that riches, when they come so quickly and in such vast quantities that one wonders where they were hiding all those lean years. And I remember when I heard that, I thought he was a liar. Yeah, right. They come so quickly that you wonder where they were hiding? Well, if creation is finished, then technically they are just hiding beyond visible light. Because if creation is finished, they already exist. Think about that. If creation is finished, then your desires, your riches, your goals, what you intend to manifest, it already exists. I already was a successful YouTuber. That reality already existed. But I had to let go of all these crappy belief systems that I inherited that said, well, I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this. And when I finally let go of them and I actually focused on what I really wanted as opposed to what I thought I needed to do, then all of a sudden the floodgates opened up and things came into my life very, very, very quickly. Now, last but not least, change what you believe you deserve. You know, all the marketing commercials say, get what you deserve. You do get what you deserve. At least you get what you think you deserve. Think about that. We always get what we deserve. We get what we think we deserve. And so then the question is, what do you believe you deserve? What do you believe you're worthy of? Might be a better way to put it. And most people don't believe they're worthy of very much. They don't believe that they're worthy of a partner who treats them great, tells them they love them, supports them on their dreams. They don't really believe that. First of all, they don't even really believe it's possible. And second of all, they don't believe they deserve it. Other people do, but not them. So ask yourself, what do you believe you deserve? What do you believe you're worthy of? Do you believe you're worthy of becoming a millionaire one day in your life? Do you believe that you're worthy of having success at the things you've been working very hard at for many years that haven't worked out yet? Perhaps they haven't worked out because you don't believe you're worthy of them. You don't believe you're worthy of the success. I mean, why is it that so many people don't get what they want in life? And the only answer I can really come up with is deep down, they don't believe they're worthy of it. They don't believe they're good enough. They don't believe they're smart enough. They don't believe they're this or that, whatever it is. I think it ultimately comes down to they don't really know who they are, though. So who do you think you are? Think about that. Who do you think you are? If you couldn't define yourself by your past, how would you define yourself? If you couldn't define yourself by what you look like, how would you define yourself? If you couldn't define yourself by what you do, how would you define yourself? It's kind of an interesting thought experiment, right? How would you define yourself? Let me help you out. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. You live in an ocean of motion, pure energy. You're made in the image of God because you're actually one with it, because God is energy. It's an infinite source of energy of which we are all one with. So you're divine in nature. The essence of your soul is for constant expansion, fuller expression. It's infinite in nature. And you're quite simply here for your own self-realization, to basically awaken to your own divinity. And so we come into these bodies and we forget who we are, basically for the point of remembering. Most people don't remember, but that's the point. So then if you look at it that way, then you go, well, who am I not to have what I want? Who am I to believe that I'm not worthy of it? Who am I to believe that I'm too young, that I'm too old? Who am I to believe that I don't have the right resources? Who am I to believe that I'm too fat, too skinny? Who am I to believe that I'm unlovable, that I'm a sinner, that I made too many mistakes and my life's done, and I'm not good at this and I'm not good at that? Who am I to believe that? I mean, if you're a spiritual being in a physical body, if you're not your body to begin with, if you're a divine being, if you're spirit, if you believe that, then you're good enough. I mean, what's the point of this life if you're condemned to mediocrity? What's the point? There isn't one, because you're not condemned to mediocrity. You're not condemned to limitation. But very few people ever wake up to that and you say, you know what, damn it, I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. I can do this. I'm meant to have amazing romance. I'm not going to settle for these crappy relationships anymore. I'm not going to settle for spending the rest of my life underpaid by a boss that treats me like crap. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life worrying about money and constantly underachieving, knowing what I want, but not doing it. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to settle anymore. And I'm not going to look at myself like little old me anymore. I am a divine being. And when that happens, your whole self-image changes. And life is a reflection of the image that you hold of yourself. And when the image of yourself changes, when your definition of self changes, your outer reality changes. Earl Nightingale used to say that your belief system is based off of your evaluation of something. So if you want to change your beliefs, you have to reevaluate the things in your life. Start with yourself. Stop and ask yourself, who are you really? What are you really capable of? Right? And when that shift happens, boom, like night and day, your life truly changes. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button on it, there or there. Send it out in the YouTube universe so more people see it. Give me a comment down below that says, I am a divine being. Comment down below, I am a divine being. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, and all that good stuff. And make sure you get my free success hypnosis. It's right there down below. It's Jake's Hypnosis. It's a nice sunset right now, so maybe I'm going to walk outside. So my success hypnosis is right there down below. It's free. And what it's going to do is start reprogramming your subconscious belief systems about yourself. And when you do that, that's when your life changes. Because whoa, it's bright. Too bright. Because the subconscious mind controls 95% of your life. Now, these are belief systems you inherited from your parents, from your upbringing, from society. And if all you do is just listen to this for a couple minutes every day, you're going to reprogram your belief systems, and then you're going to start to attract different things into your life very quickly. So it's right there down below. It's pinned to the comments, and it's in the description. So go ahead and grab that right now. It's my free success hypnosis. And I want to thank you for watching this video. Whether you're new, whether you're a returner, welcome to the community, and hope you enjoyed this video.